your options. Just listen, wait. The first option is Doctor Who parody. Wait. The second option is The Walking Dead parody. Okay? Okay. Raise your hands for The Walking Dead parody. Ooh, all right. Quite a bit. Raise your hands for Doctor Who parody. The entire audience. All right, so we would like to showcase a Doctor Who parody to you, and fun fact about it, while he's getting it ready, is that David Tennant has actually seen it, and he really loves it, and he approves it. So I hope you guys like it too. And you can sing along if you want. Yay! Tell you to subscribe. All right, did you guys like that one? All right, so we're gonna keep it rolling. Is there any Lord of the Rings fans in here? Me too. All right, so we did a Lord of the Rings parody, and it has been seen by What a Workshop, Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, and they all really liked it, and they got it, so I hope you guys like it and get it too. It's a little bit shocking at first if you haven't seen it. You're like, wait, what? Where are they going with this? And I think you'll understand, but we're huge Lord of the Rings fans, so please enjoy our geeky adventures. Lord of the Rings parody. Did you guys like that one? All right, who's this?
Wait, did you bring a hat for me?
I didn't bring a hat.
All right, no, it's fine. I just saw that again.
Yeah, we have the moose hat. So.
There's a moose hat. Does anyone have a moose hat? Can I borrow it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's that Hillywood merchandise. All right, so yay.
I'll try to keep it clean.
So obviously we have Osric here. Do you guys know what parody we'd like to be screening next? Oh, that's cute. You make a good Sam.
The only time I get to feel tall is when I stand beside you.
I know, I feel fun too. All right, so we're going to show you Supernatural parody. We're coming back out. If you guys want, while Supernatural parody is screening, you can make a line here. We'll be doing a Q&A right after it. So, think of some fun questions. Supernatural parody! We're here to answer all your questions. You can ask us everything, but not everything.
You can ask anything, they might not answer everything.
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm a really big fan. I just wanted to ask you guys, what is your favorite part of the creative process? Is it choreography? Is it filming? What's your favorite part? Is it editing? Also, Osric, you can answer what your favorite part
Now I want to listen.
I just wanted to know what your favorite part of the whole creative process was.
When it's done. My favorite part is, for me, I like performing, so I like being on set, being in costume. That's where I find the most joy in it. The rest of it, for me, is just really hard work, and the acting bits where I have fun.
Hillary loves wearing the beard. Like Rick Grimes' beard was the best.
No, it wasn't. Horrible. I hate any type of facial hair. I like when it's done because I like to see your guys' comments and, you know, how it made an impact on you or how happy it made you. So for me, it's honestly when it's done because it's so much work. Even though I'm smiling half the time, I'm really stressed because she gives the idea to me and then I have to make it happen. I'm the scheduler, I'm the organizer, I'm the director. And then after that, then I just kick it off to her for editing. But yeah, so pretty much it's just you guys are the ones that bring us joy, because if you didn't leave us a comment, we would have stopped years ago. Long time ago.
You're the ones that bring us joy, so thank you.
Thank you. Clap for her. Nice people here.
Hi, I'm Sadie Sue. I love you guys. And I was wondering, what's your favorite chicken nugget dipping sauce and why?
So good right now.
I know.
Barbecue.
Sweet sour.
Are we talking from McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh,
Any
and sour.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun
I was
question,
wondering that
right?
for years.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I was wondering if you could put yourself in like any fandom world, what would it be and why? Like you'd live there.
Wait, fandom world, as in the world where the fans live?
No, like Harry Potter, like you'd be a wizard or like.
Oh, right. That makes more sense.
For me, I would love to live in Middle Earth, and I would love love to be in Hobbiton, so I can eat 7 meals a day. Same here.
Wow. There's a warrior part of me that wants to live in Middle-earth so I can die in glorious battle. There's also, okay, real thing, I'm giving them a plug. There's a school in Poland, I cannot remember what it's called, but essentially they live out your Hogwarts fantasies, and they have, and I was gonna do it last year.
Is it really expensive?
No, it's just you have to plan ahead, and it's like a week where you get you and 159 other students. They separate you into houses, and there's like bunkers and barracks or wherever you sleep, and it's at an actual castle. There's like a great hall where you eat, and you have rules on like the magic spells and stuff, and how you actually learn and battle, and it's like a full-on LARPing experience.
So basically Hogwarts.
Essentially Hogwarts, not named Hogwarts, houses that are, you know, about the same but not quite. Hufflepuff is a rooster. And I was very close to doing that, so very possibly the Harry Potter world for me.
There's always 2017.
There's always 2017. And I think there's one that's popping up in North America. I don't think it's going to be at an actual castle, which was one of the big strong points, but I will probably have to do that at some point.
Middle-earth and Harry Potter. Hobbit
School
and
at a
Wizard.
castle. Just want to learn.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Christine. Hi. Short, I'm sorry.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to the world of Hobbit.
Solution, 7-inch heels.
Yeah.
I was today.
How did you guys meet Osric? Like,
Oh God. Funny story. We met Osric 2 years ago.
2 years ago at the airport in Madrid, Spain. We were going to this convention there, and we shared a ride to
The seats were like where you had like
They were
same
weird. We were, like,
conversation, like facing.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I remembered, I'm like, I'm Osric. We introduced ourselves, and I asked them what they did, and how shy and bashful of them. They're like, oh, we just make these little web videos. I'm like, web videos? I'm like, let me see. And then later on, like, went back and I looked at it, and the first one I ever saw was the Doctor Who parody. Like, they're using a jib. Like, that's a full set. I was just so impressed with, like, the whole production of it. Like, are you kidding? Like, this is amazing. And we basically got to know each other and hung out, like, most of that weekend with a few some Game of Thrones people, some Harry Potter people. And I remember I kept bugging them about doing a Supernatural parody. I was like, oh, we used to watch the show. We don't really know enough about it. I'm like, okay.
We had catching up to do at that point. Too far gone.
Yeah. And then you called me, and I had the whole Walking Dead. Were you already planning Walking
I
Dead?
was like, hey, so we want to do a parody. He's like, is it supernatural? I'm like, it's a Walking Dead. And I was like, can you play Glenn? And basically you agreed to that.
I'm like, yep.
That was an adventure. We went to Georgia. Went to Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh, I love Georgia.
Yes. We
Horse
rode
head,
horses.
sweet tea, frozen submarine.
That's right.
And then when Supernatural came along, I pitched him the whole idea, which included like as many cameos as we can get. Then he went to Richard, and then Richard went to everyone else, and then sent an email of like a confirmation list that had like 14 people on it. It was like. So, ta-da! And ta-da! We are here today. Now we're here today.
thank you.
Thank you.
And we got beanies. This is my favorite thing. Honestly, I love just like randomly seeing people wearing them. Like, oh, I know exactly.
I'm Alex. We met. I was wondering if you guys are ever going to consider doing a Percy Jackson parody.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's so much CG that it's like, what are we supposed to do with that? Because like, if you guys don't know, we've never done a CG in Hillywood. Everything you see is practical effects.
Until now. No,
I
still
mean,
haven't.
in the future, if we found someone that was really good at working with us with CG and like taught us how, was behind the graphics and everything, yeah, maybe. But I really don't know. I'm never gonna say never, because every time I say I am not doing that, we end up doing it. So
Say it right
we'll
now,
say,
then.
we'll say maybe.
If you know CG and you know the Hillywood show,
Job application.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That would be amazing.
I was just wondering, what's your favorite character you've ever played, and like your parody?
So what favorite character that we played in our parody?
Rick Grimes.
No. That was horrible. Just the beard. I hate beards. I don't know. Dean was fun because that was the first production I was able to eat on set. I ate 2 full patties, and that was absolutely amazing. I will say though, I really enjoyed doing the characters in Sherlock Parody. I can't say who's who or what's what, but it was so different and very kind of like challenging. I didn't know what I was doing half the time, so I hope it looks okay, but it was fun.
I really enjoyed playing Vegeta in their 2017 Dragon Ball parody.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright. I'm just pitching it.
Did you like doing Sam?
Oh my god, yes. I mean, it's fun just imitating Jared. And like, oh yeah, that's what his face does.
Mine was Donna Noble. That was fun.
Hi, my name is Sandra. I was wondering if you could be any character from your favorite fandom, which would you be and why?
Oh, that's so hard.
Oh, I know. Well, I don't know. It's not really a favorite fandom, but I know like out of this, I would want to be like Mystique, so then I could be anybody. The end.
You just wish for more witches. That's...
I know. So that no, you don't wish for more wishes. You wish for more genies. That's the loophole.
Okay. I wish for a genie that will give me more wishes.
That's not allowed though. Have you seen Aladdin? No way, no more wishing, more wishes.
But you can wish for a genie.
You can wish for more genies. People. I'm not saying it's like one of my favorite fandoms, but like out of like character, like if I had to dress up like Maleficent would be really cool from the new movie. That one was really cool. Wow, that's random. Yeah, I know, but I liked it. She was really cool. There's a lot of makeup though.
That is a hard question to answer. There's so many, but if I had to pick one right now, I'm in the process of finishing Naruto, and I love Naruto, the character, because he is unashamedly slightly stupid, but powerful and stubborn, and he just goes after what he thinks is right and just. And being so true to yourself is so powerful, and I absolutely, honestly, a lot of life lessons I've learned have been from watching that anime. So Naruto, Uzumaki Naruto.
Ta-da! Thank you. Come on, GeekyCon.
Hi. So you guys redid your kind of like your Jack Sparrow character with like doing the new Pirates videos. If you guys could pick like, since when you guys did the old stuff where you did the continuous storyline,
The dark days.
but you went through all those things, is there like one movie that you did in there that you would want to redo again, apart from like Jack Sparrow, like all?
Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Back to the Future. Our costumes were horrible, my acting was awful, and it was incredibly cheesy, but we did have a DeLorean. So that was the only good thing about it. So we would probably like to redeem ourselves in that, and I would not play Doc at all this time. You.
Those are fun. Those are good.
So everyone's gonna start somewhere. Those are still the dark days. Those are like the Lost in the Shuffle. You have to scroll through 200 videos to find it.
Hey, question for you girls. Actually, if you had to do like a crossover, say like mashing up Supernatural and Sherlock,
Super Gulag.
would you consider doing like a Super Gulag thing where you?
We already have an idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's 2 parts, so let's put that one to rest for right now.
If you know visual effects.
But if you want help with that one, you can go to our Patreon page and maybe give us like maybe $1 or $2 a month, and that would go to helping us with future projects. No joke, it's legit. And you get prizes and fun goodies by doing so. So plug.
Oh, and with Patreon, because some people, I'm going to be honest, they look at us and they say, well, why are you asking fans for money? And like, why are you just using it for a parody? And people ask these questions. And I say, well, yes, we make a parody and we make people happy and people laugh, but we give 10% of everything that we bring in from Patreon to St. Jude Children's Hospital because we have gotten emails and Facebook messages of kids that are at St. Jude, and they draw little pictures of our parodies, and they're like, I watched Dr. today, and they're like, and the mom like leaves comments like, in the corner is Hilly, and it's like little stick man. Like, it's so cute. So we give back. So if you do give to Hillywood to help us create more parodies, guys, it's also going towards St. Jude. So just let me say that.
I actually had this thought when y'all were talking about the supernatural parody for Oz, because I honestly didn't think he would have been the best choice for Sam. No offense.
I would have chosen the island.
I do love you, but a good selling point if you send to an email, hey Oz, do you finally want to be tall?
The answer is, yeah, that's what you got. I have some ideas, but I don't know if they'll work out.
So my question was, if you were able to, do you want to do another song for different, like an old song, a different old video, like Sweeney Todd, because it's an old video, but that was one of my favorites that you made.
For me, it comes down to the concept. If the concept is good and creative, then yes, of course, maybe, but it has to be like a stellar concept to go that far into something that was kind of like a cult fandom, you know. Back to the Future would be easier because more people have seen it and it's more relatable and they understand it, but doing Sweeney Todd, Tim Burton's Sweeney Todd, is a very small cult. So that's kind of a risk. We did that with Hocus Pocus parody, but it's only the idea is strong enough where I feel confident enough to put it out for the world to see. That's all? Yes. All right. Thank you. Hello again.
Hello again.
Losing your voice?
Harry and the Potters was last night in the Broadway sing-along.
Oh, that's all right. We can hear you loud.
So we got this stuff. So I remember last year you guys were talking about your dance, like we started in dance and stuff like that. And it actually flows over into the acting, the parodies and everything, and this is for all three of you. What was the funniest or most outrageous costume mishaps?
I know when I was doing The Walking Dead, I was like, don't talk to me, don't make me smile, because it like risks lifting my whole beard off. And I remember doing the scene against the fence with the zombies, and I was trying so hard to go for it, and everybody's looking at me. I'm like wanting to go into my shell at this point. And my beard was lifting, and it was absolutely embarrassing, and it was just like I couldn't act, I was clapping. It was horrible. Like, there's things like that have happened.
Yeah, like funniest word
that one
ever.
for me, I don't think it was funny because I was embarrassed. But I don't know really a costume mishap, but I know that Rob got blood on this outfit. Where is it? It's on there somewhere. Right there. Thanks, Rob.
What do you do? What was he doing back there?
I was doing his makeup. We were doing his hand that got cut off, and I don't know what he was doing, but he was like, oh, I like your costume. He like grabbed it, and I was like, thank you. And I was like, I hope you didn't get blood on it. And I was like, oh, I'm good. And later on, I was like, well, at least it's memories. Nothing for you.
I do not have a dance background, so when they asked me to do it, I'm like, okay.
He did good though in The Walking Dead.
But it was hard because those pants are really, really tight.
No way.
So I tried to ride them up as much as I possibly could so that I would have the flexibility to at least like squat and stuff. So.
And I kept saying, one more take, one more take. Carol was so mad at me, but I couldn't do it because my boots were too heavy. It was awful playing right before I think about it. It was so hard. I don't know why, I had a really hard time.
Yeah, you said it was possibly your least enjoyable one.
Yeah, it was so hard.
Because you lack of sleep and all that.
Not as much as Dean.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dean, I was running off of pure energy.
Dean was
And
running off of Red Bull.
Yeah.
I think to see where the problem is with the Red Bull, running off of Red Bull. There's
no problem.
Okay, you said it like there was something wrong.
Oh yeah, she gets way too hyper.
Oh.
Like out of control where I'm like, Hilly, it's like let's just stand still for a minute. Okay. I'm like, where are you going? We're filming. Oh, I see the camera. Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, please take the Red Bull away. We have some stuff in Sherlock Parody that eventually you'll see. I was like, who gave her the Red Bull?
Oh yeah,
Who gave her the Red Bull?
Okay, honestly, that Oregon trip was so fun though. Supernatural. Remember that reggae concert on a Wednesday night?
Horrible.
Is that the gag reel? Did you record any of that?
No, it's on my personal iPhone.
Oh.
Of me going like, shut up!
So Wednesday night, we go into this lodge. It's like out in the middle of nowhere, and we're starting at like 5 in the morning or something.
Because I had to get up at 3 to do my makeup.
And they're like, oh, we'll have like a little concert. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. We didn't expect much.
This was for filming of the Impala
Yeah.
in Oregon. So we went to Oregon. Continue.
The concert starts at 11 p.m. and it's like a full-on reggae rager, and the whole place smells like weed, and it's so loud. Everything just goes through the wall, and I think they went to like 2 a.m.
I think I have it on my phone.
And then at 3 a.m., I think one of you went up to go to the bathroom, and
They were like, shut up.
they pounded on the door like, stop moving around. And we're like,
Pretty much they said that this party would start at 9 and finish by like 11 or 12. They didn't start till 11, they finished till like 2. So Hilly only got maybe like 30 minutes sleep because we literally couldn't sleep. Like, you don't understand, it was a lodge, guys. Like, we're in the middle of Medford, Oregon.
Yeah.
It was like little tiny.
Do you guys want to hear it?
This is what it sounded like, no joke.
I recorded it on my phone.
oh, some of those songs.
Like, here was our hotel
Gold
room,
Rush, yeah, that's
and like if you step out of our hotel room and just walk like right here, this was the band. So like you're literally sleeping next
All
to
right,
the band.
ready? Let's give them a.
Here's some
earful.
reggae.
Ready?
This is 2 a.m.
Does that sound like music to you guys?
Amazing! 2 a.m. in the middle of nowhere. I love
But
it.
it was super.
There
I
was
mean-
people sleeping on your porch.
There was
I
people
remember that.
waking up, we come out, and there was, people just like camping out on the floor in the lobby. I'm like, wow, this is
Like,
crazy.
don't mind me, I'm dressed like Dean.
But how crazy is that? You
Push
have
the deer out of the
random
way.
people sleeping in the hallway,
Oh, yeah, and
the
then
deer walks into the
deer
lobby.
walks into the lobby.
Where are we? Medford, Oregon. Yes, it
Can
is.
we please like write a script and send it to the writers and say, can you please put Sam and Dean in this crazy
So
inn
random.
and have a whole episode about the
Twilight
deer
Zone
called
in
Sugar
Oregon.
Bomb. The episode would be called Sugar Bomb.
The deer was called Sugar Bob.
All right, your
Go
question.
ahead, sorry.
My name is Caitlin, and my question is, how do you get the amazing sets that you have?
Thank you. Lots of hard work with regards to research. We get all the pictures together, then we go to our set designer. His name is Joel Spencer. He started working for us for the Doctor Who parody, and he was so amazing that we decided to keep him on our checklist. And since then, every time we go into the meeting, we basically give him the map of what everything is, the blueprint. Then he takes from that and says, okay, this is going to be the size, and we confirm. And it's a lot of hard work that he does, and then she set decorates most of it. I do all like the eBay searching, all the weird items that this place
It's
holds.
like the big group teamwork help. Like he'll show up like this is the set and he'll start putting it up and I'm there. Because I've shown up before where I'm like, oh, you can build it, I trust you. And I show up and I go, oh my gosh, like it's not right. Like just say the TARDIS is square or something like that where you're like, the TARDIS is round. So I'm always there watching all the paint colors, how it's set. So we're really involved, but without that guy, we wouldn't be able to create such a cool set. So he does a really good job.
Honestly, it's so impressive watching these girls do what they do, because they, like, when you go on these sets, I'm like, wow, this is like any other TV show that I've ever worked on. Like, they're doing the jobs of like 10, 20 people on these parodies, and they're doing it at such a high level of quality that I just haven't seen before. So it's very impressive, and it's not cheap. It's, you know, it's very expensive and it's so time consuming. So I don't know how you pull it off, but keep it up.
Thank you. It's actually very impressive for me too, because especially in the Lord of the Rings, I don't know how you got that set for when he was trying to get rid of the ring.
It's a lot of smoke and mirrors we have behind the
Actually,
scenes.
it's really cheap looking at first.
It was really
Once you
bad.
light it right, you get the mist in there, you get the elements, you get the wind. It's like, whoa, it actually looks legit. Turn off the lights, turn on the lights. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, and you watch our behind the scenes too. They're like an hour long per parody pretty much. And we show, you can see how the set looks and where it ends. And you're like, whoa, that's weird. But you'll see like there's fog and there's fans and there's people like blowing a bunch of stuff and flashing lights. Like, it's crazy. It's really hard to create that when you have a crew of 5 people.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to laugh behind the microphone.
You can laugh.
Thank
start off in the dark days where it's like the really low production kind of little ideas. And so I was wondering, in Osric, in your like acting career, when you were making your first few little things, what was your like vision for like now? Did you ever think that you'd get here, or was it just kind of like, oh, I just want to do this thing, and once it's done, I don't know.
I mean, it's funny, it's good to have goals, but honestly, if they're so big and so far off, most of the time, you don't end up exactly there. And if you're so set on that, it's really easy to get discouraged. One easy thing for me was always like little goals. So I would focus on the audition, or just doing, or writing the script, or just working on this character. And I'm like, if I can do this well, then great. And if you can focus on that process and just enjoying the struggle of figuring that out, then by the end of it, you've gotten a little further and you learned a little bit. And at some point, even if you have that big goal, as long as it's not too set, almost every time I've set that big goal and I'm kind of like, okay, head down, I'm gonna head in that direction. Usually I've ended up like way the hell over there. But it's not a bad goal, it's just a different goal. Like, oh, I kind of really like where I am now. But I never would have been here if I just kept trying to go there stubbornly. And, because things never work out as you hope for it. But you also learn so much along the way that sometimes, I wish I would have, that is clearly the better way to go, but I wouldn't have known if I didn't start, right? So I think it's just taking it step by step and, just working on what you're working on.
Well, thank you for the Osric lesson. Thank you for the Osric. Thank you for the lesson, because I'm like kind of opposite. I dream too big, my creativity takes me too far, and so you do set yourself up for disappointment because you can visualize something so strong that it's frustrating when it doesn't happen or you don't see your path going that way. But we've learned that basically to never really get too discouraged, because the moments that you get discouraged, another door opens, and we've had that happen time and time and time again. And it's like we've been offered opportunities that would change our life, but we always either turn it down and say, no, this is the road we're going to take. But it's confusing sometimes when you're in this situation. I don't feel like, oh, hey, we've made it, we've gotten our goal. For me, it's always like a fight, okay, we can be more creative, we can be, better, we can do things bigger. So that's always me, and thanks for the lesson. I'm always I'm in La La Land half the time.
I think me and Osric are kind of on the same
very
path.
I'm levitating over here.
She's the one that levitates and she's we're gonna film on the moon, okay? So for the next party it's gonna be on the moon. And I have to go, we're gonna make a setup.
I need to get myself a Hannah. Right now
get yourself a Hannah.
I have to bring her down a little bit sometimes, but she dreams big, and that's something that I think is great, but you also need that support, and I think that's why God made us opposites compared to each other, because I'm the one that constantly bring her up. When she starts, oh no, well this, and I'm like, yeah, but look at this. Yeah, but look at this. I take it the same way day by day, because she's already thinking Sherlock Parody. Okay, so what's next? I'm like, it's not out yet. Let's just get Sherlock Parody. Well, what's gonna happen after? What cons can we go to it? And I'm like, let's just one day at a time.
That reminds me, we actually have the teaser trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
But wait, I think were there any more questions? There was no more questions. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna do a speed round. So is this it? Are we good? All right, this is it. We would like to show you our 30-second teaser for our upcoming Sherlock parody. We don't give much away. Yeah, we can't give much away because our parody is actually around 3 minutes, and if we showed you everything, it'd be our parody. So with that, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to Osric for visiting us.
Yeah.
And just keep watching youtube.com/Hillywood.
Sherlock Parody is coming very soon, guys.
Promise.
And if you guys want to meet us, we're at our vending table down that way. Oh, you need a hat back.